Ladies and gentlemen, James Cameron continues his asinine statements. So he says, drop dead gorgeous Wonder Woman not breaking ground. And he doubles down. And so we'll double down too. So James Cameron, he launched more criticism about Wonder Woman reboot, saying she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. To me, that's not breaking ground. Again, talking only about the physical attributes of Gal Gadot's character, Wonder Woman. Diana Prince represented a lot more that were actually groundbreaking things than her appearance. But let's just go on. He told Hollywood Reporter she was Miss Israel, and she was wearing a kind of bustier costume that was very form-fitting. We had Raquel Welch doing stuff like that in the 60s. First of all, if I do recall, Linda Hamilton was in Beauty and the Beast. So what the I almost cursed. What the hell is he talking about? Besides that, Sigourney Weaver was also a beautiful woman in Ghostbusters. I don't get his point. I mean, if you're gonna go with that, then you've just contradicted yourself, James the idiot Cameron. Okay? Now you're making me disrespect you now, buddy. Okay? So let's double down. James Cameron is being a misogynist right now. Okay? Only looking at the appearance of the character Wonder Woman and not about what she's about, what she stands for, etc. As to him saying, and he goes on, he says, this about Wonder Woman. He told the Hollywood Reporter that Wonder Woman could be compared with Linda Hamilton in his 1991 film Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Linda looked great. She wasn't treated as a sex object. There was nothing sexual about her character. This guy is a complete idiot. If you look at Linda Hamilton here, clearly she's a woman. Clearly this is, for some men, sexy. Alright? She is a sex object. She is iconicized as one. And in this movie, she was treated as a sexually a weaker sex kind of person. That's why she was protected by Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, the Terminator. Okay? So, once again, this guy has not only missed the boat, and he's only talking about appearance, but he's also not realizing how patronizing he is, saying that women should be a certain way and they should depend on other men. Because Linda Hamilton's character in Terminator 2 needed the Terminator to protect her. Whereas Wonder Woman didn't need nobody to protect her. Okay? Didn't need nobody to protect her. Alright? Steve Trevor, the character that was played by Chris Pine, he thought she needed protection, and then he realized, hell, she don't need no protection. Alright? And Linda Hamilton ain't ugly. Okay? She ain't ugly. Why didn't you pick somebody who was an ugly woman to play the role? Huh? Huh? Mr. James Cameron? Huh? So shut up. Shut up. Now you really annoying me. He then goes on. It's about angst. It's about will. It's about determination. She was crazy. She was complicated. No, she wasn't complicated. She wasn't complicated. It was real straightforward. She was in an asylum away from her son because she thought that the Terminator was coming back in time. It wasn't that deep, brother. It wasn't that deep. Okay? She wasn't there to be liked or ogled, but she was central, and the audience loved her by the end of the film. Buddy, you are promoting Terminator 2. You will say that. But the truth be told, we know that Wonder Woman, she stood for things where other people thought it was impossible to do. She stood up to the people of the day who did not love and respect the soldiers. And she told them how her world was like. These are revolutionary, groundbreaking things, not only for superhero films, but never been seen in any film. Buddy. Okay? And on top of that, I'm going to double down on this fool. Okay? Because all he can see is sex. His stupid mind can't see beyond that. Maybe he ain't getting none. But this is what I got to say. Dude said that Gal Gadot's character, you know, she ain't got no dimension. That's nothing new to Hollywood. Let me let this narrow-minded guy, okay, this so-called pro-feminist leader, under that guise of pro-feminism, you really a misogynist, buddy. So let's get to the point. Wonder Woman stood for equality. We've never seen that in a superhero film, and we've never seen that on film, period, where a woman's empowered enough to want to change the game and set the record straight so that people actually are equally treated well. By her coming to a world that is strange to her, she got the liberties to question male domination in areas where women can do the same thing. She was able to give the abilities to show what true leadership is. And that leaders question the world's way of doing it right now. How we even conduct wars. How even we do things. You have a situation room far away from a war. And lives are being lost. And she was saying, no, a true leader sets an example. That's an instruction for Donald Trump today. You set the example. You don't call people bitches. You don't call people sons of bitches. You don't do that. How are you going to disrespect the very people you're there to represent and then expect them to want to admire and not have a grievance against the symbols that's supposed to unite us and represent us? Wonder Woman would question that. Wonder Woman came out, and when we saw people with post-traumatic stress disorder, she helped this dude, Charlie, who had problems because he would see all the dead people that he killed, and he had problems with war. And she was able to free his mind by letting him sing. Never seen that in a movie with a woman lead. Never. Revolutionary for this fool. The other guy talks about racism and opportunities, and she empathizes with him. In that same movie, we see her help a city, and then we see that all of her efforts fail. All of her efforts fail. And we see a hero distressed. Because Wonder Woman wasn't perfect in that movie. And Gal Gadot was very clear on it. And we heard Patty Jenkins say the same thing. She has feelings, she has emotions, she has insecurities. We saw the insecurity of a woman. You want to talk about Linda Hamilton. Linda Hamilton's performance as Sarah Connor, that she had insecurities. Well, guess what? Guess what? Diana had insecurities too. Now let me just make this abundantly clear for a lot of people. Terminator 2 was a great movie. I thought it was a step in the right direction with Sarah Connor. The evolution of Sarah Connor from Terminator to Terminator 2, beautiful. But for James Cameron to say that that's a be-all and end-all of what is progress in Hollywood, and to isolate down Wonder Woman and him objectify her only by her appearance, not look at who she was as a person in that movie, to me, him minimizing her like that and saying that she's not revolutionary because of that, is to be an ass. And he's being an ass right now because he knows better. And if all you can see is her as a sexual object in that movie, you need to be slapped, brother. Because you're a filmmaker. And you know better. Alright? You know better. In fact, she was the least objectified superhero I've seen. And she's the least objectified female hero I've seen in a good while. Alright? And you don't have to scream sex and sexy to be sexy. Everybody knows in this day and age, this kind of woman is considered sexy now. Everybody knows that. Because we have fitness models. And what was revolutionary about Linda Hamilton's character, to let James Cameron know, is that she brought in a new type of sexy. That you could be toned, you could be muscled and sexy. And he missed the boat on that again. Talking about she doesn't look sexy. Dude. We're in 2017, buddy. Wake up. So, again, James Cameron seems to be backward in his thinking. Like he was the forefront and he was the most progressive guy back in his time. But times have changed since those times, man. The 1990s are gone, buddy. We're in 2017. 20-something years later. Alright? So James Cameron shouldn't, the last thing you need to do if you really a team player and you a man, so you done already got a strike against you, and you a white old man, so you just really incensing everybody, okay? But you were a progressive director. You was an asshole, but you were a progressive director. And one thing I don't fault James Cameron is when he comes out with a movie, he always gives you a different view of things. I love that about the dude. Okay? I can like things about him, and then other things about him I have to criticize like I'm doing now. And I'm going to double down on this fool. Because you're being an asshole. And any woman trying to defend that, you're just joining in the asshole, in the asinine nature of things. So when Emma Jones, the director of Electrum Media website, which is dedicated to women in film and changing the narrative, when she started going on as if James Cameron was right, I'm thinking, girl, you need to get a slap. You need to get slapped. You need to get slapped by another woman. One other woman just say, shut your mouth, girl. Because it's not that I particularly think that the trope of a good-looking woman is a bad thing. No, I don't think that having most women in Hollywood, almost all women in Hollywood who have played roles, have been good-looking women. All right? But now we are seeing more prominent roles carried out by women who are not good-looking. What we call good-looking, at least. The stereotypical good-looking, the cheekbones, the structure, the slimness, the whatever. And that's awesome, too. And my point being this. James Cameron has to understand that the character of Wonder Woman, this is a cartoon character now, and it has established lore, has always been with the beauty of Aphrodite. So how you gonna say do a Wonder Woman movie where she not beautiful? Let's go find the most ugly looking woman in the face of the earth. Let's go looking for the Hunchback of Notre Dame, her eyes twisted out of shape, and let's make her Wonder Woman. That would be asinine again. Obviously she gonna be good looking because she got the beauty of Aphrodite. She's a freaking god, for crying out loud. But they didn't focus on that. As much as some of the guys were commenting in the movie about how good looking she was, the focus was on her character. Who is Wonder Woman? All right, and telling me she dressed up in a bustier. Get the frick out of here. What is this? This is not close fitting. These are close fitting clothes, man. Why she dress up in a vest? Why doesn't she just wear a jacket and everything and just be all dressed up and cover up her arms and everything? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, James Cameron. Come on, brother. Now you want me to slap you, man. You want me to slap you. I know you want to make news, so you double down on it. But, man, I'll just slap you, man. I say get some sense in your head, James Cameron. You better than that. You're looking to get slapped, brother. You're getting slapped hard, too. All right? I had a discussion with another asshole online, and I had to block his ass eventually. Another man, of course. And then you get the token woman who gonna stand up and say, well, he have a point. Shut your ass and sit down before I slap your ass. I just be sharing out slaps today. You know what I mean? Because you just feel like slapping some people, man. You always got that person who they want to get attention. So they get up there and they say, yeah, I agree with him. You're just trying to get attention. Just shut up and sit down. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You ever met those people? They supposed to be intellectuals, but it's really attention they're trying to get. You know what I mean? So, yeah. James Cameron, come on, brother. Stop talking about the woman's appearance. If you caught up in that, all you caught up in is Wonder Woman's appearance. Which, by the way, those were actual, if you go and do your history, those were actual warrior uniforms. That's what warriors actually wore. Men and women. Alright? Men and women. Okay? And the person who actually started off this thing is Zack Snyder. The guy you like. It's actually just a weird thing about it. It's Zack Snyder's kind of idea that spawned off into this thing. So if you want to know that there's a man behind it, okay, the man is Zack Snyder. Since you don't respect Patty Jenkins, obviously, you dare to disrespect her. You feel you the authority on everything, James Cameron, right? Everything that had to do with feminists. Even women don't know what the heck they doing. You know what I'm saying? Patty Jenkins don't know what the heck she's directing. Hollywood's going backwards. What are you guys doing raving about that? What's so revolutionary about that movie? No, Terminator 2 is revolutionary. James Cameron, brother, man, I would smack you off. I would just smack you stupid, brother. I would smack you stupid. And the woman, they always got this token woman that trying to, yeah, James Cameron's right. Yeah, slap you too. I'll slap both of y'all. Get some sense in your head, okay? The revolutionary thing about Wonder Woman had nothing to do with her appearance. It had everything to do with her ideology. It was revolutionary for superhero movies. And it was revolutionary for movies in general. It also spoke to the present political environment we're in today. It's a very preachy movie. I'm not going to lie to you. Very opinionated. Very opinionated. And these things can backfire real fast. But Patty Jenkins pulled it off. And you saw another side. You felt another feel. The woman's feel. That's why all those women went to it. Because if it was just about her appearance and just she dressed in the bustier or whatever, the bullshit that you talking about. If it was just that, ain't nobody going to go and see that shit. Nobody was going to go watch it. It was the nuances and the depth in that movie that makes it revolutionary. All right? So James Cameron needs to get either, if he goes and he repeats himself again, he doubles down and he tries to express his sentiment again, the person who's interviewing him needs to get up off the chair, especially if she's a woman, and slap him in the face. Just hit him a good slap. Slap him. Make sure he falls off the chair. Slap him. All right? And tell him, go watch the movie again and come back to me. I'm a woman. All right? Now, if the woman interviewing him shares his opinion, then the next time she writes an article, the person next to her, when she's proofreading it to the person, needs to get up and slap her. Just slap her. I mean, I'm not a condoner of violence, but hey, in this case, they need a slap. You know what I'm saying? Just slap him. Slap him. You know, because it's just really too stupid, man. You know, it's like, bitch, please. Bitch, please. You know. Alright, y'all. I just thought I would share that with you guys. Emma Jones, she need a slap. And James Cameron, he need a slap. Slap him. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. If you're walking down the street, you see James Cameron, just slap him. You know, just slap him for being so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can go with assault charges, but then you're gonna put assault charges on every person that be coming down the street with you, because everybody gonna slap you. They're gonna slap you for being so stupid. You know, because some people just need to get slapped. You know, they need to understand. Hey, look. Now you're being idiotic. You're being an idiot right now. You're jealous that this movie's doing so well. It about to become the #1 superhero origin film, for crying out loud. You just jealous that a woman named Patty Jenkins is doing better and you ain't doing shit right now. So you had to go back to a film back in the day, Terminator 2, 3D, to try and get some press. All right? And don't tell me that, oh, man, this is my opinion of the movie and this is what I believe. If that's your opinion of the movie, then you are really shallow. I thought you was a deep thinker, but you're really a shallow guy when it comes to sex and gender. That's why you just can't understand women. And your wife must be puts up with you like, she must be a real nice lady because she must be put up with your stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Because she sees some admirable qualities in you. But you need to grow up, James Cameron. You need to grow up. You need to grow up, buddy. You need to grow up. Okay? You old. You real old. You need to grow up. Alright? If it was me and I was walking down the street and I saw your ass, I'll slap you. I'll slap you. I'd say, so you said that Wonder Woman was this character was revolutionary, right? It's not revolutionary for Hollywood, right? And you go down about her appearance, but you don't see what her character is in the movie. You just can see that. You can see the revolutionary things that this movie was doing. And if he continues telling me yes, I'll slap him. Because sometimes some people just don't deserve a conversation with you. You know, because their mind's closed to everything else you might say to them. So you just slap them. You know, I don't want to hear you. Buddy, I don't even want to hear a word out of your mouth. I just slap you. You know? And if a woman comes to his aid, I'll slap them too. I'm going to slap every single one of them. I'm going to share out slaps. All day, all day. I know some of you guys laughing right now. You rolling. I hit them with the backhand. I'm going to hit them with the palm. I'm going to hit them with the side of my hand. I'm going to slap this guy stupid, man. No, seriously. No, James. No. You're a good mind. You're a brilliant fella. I don't want to destroy your brain cells. But you continue down that path, I'm going to have to slap you. Okay, buddy? Well, so some people just need a good slap. And once they get a slap, they fine. They're going to think straight again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to go into people's relationships and stuff, but I did. I went there, right? I'm just saying, James Cameron, I know you eccentric person and everything, and you've been in on your Avatar stuff, and I hope you get through with the Avatar stuff, and I hope Terminator 2 does well, because it's a good movie. All right, it's a good movie. I loved it when it came out, but don't speak on things where you're being very superficial. All you can look at is the appearance of the woman. You cannot watch at anything else. All right, that is where I'm on the verge of slapping you. Because you missed the whole point behind Wonder Woman, if that's the case. Talking about how she dictated things for Steve to have sex with him. Who gives a fuck about that? I am talking about the character of Diana. The character of her. Alright? I'm going to slap you. I'm going to slap you, James Cameron. Don't test me. I will slap you. Do not repeat this. And you double down, I'm going to triple down on you, and I will slap you. Okay? I'm going to triple down on you. Okay? Because that is stupid. Your statement cannot be backed up if you persist. Then nobody gonna watch your Terminator 2 film. Nobody. Everybody gonna know you put it out there, but nobody's gonna go watch it just because they can't stand that you're so narrow-minded on this issue. Okay? You narrow-minded, you tunnel-minded on this. If you want to promote Terminator 2, do not bad talk Wonder Woman. If that thought's still running in your head, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, buddy. You open your mouth and say that again, you're going to get slapped. You're going to get slapped. We're going to slap you. I'll slap the shit out of you. I will slap you upside and downside. I don't care. I don't care. And you can sue me if you want, but I'm going to slap you. You're going to get slapped, James Cameron. Because it seems as though nobody's slapping you. The women that been in your life, they just leave you. They be like, you know what, man? This ain't making no sense. I'm just going to move on. You know what I'm saying? And James Cameron? Guess what? I was an idiot just like you, so don't worry. Don't worry. I was an asshole too. That's why I know who you are. That's why I said you need a slap. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. So you know. So nope. There's no excuses for this. There's no excuses for this. Love the guy to death though. He's a really. I mean, God damn it, man. James Cameron has done some fantastic movies. Okay. Don't get it twisted. He's done something, but you can't be looking at another director, Patty Jenkins, man. This woman, you don't do that to Patty, man. Come on now, James. Don't do that to Patty. You don't compliment her then slap her. You crazy? Not to Patty. This but don't careful what you say about Patty, man, and her movies. Careful what you say about it, James, because I'll slap you. I'll slap you, buddy. All right. That film was revolutionary, man, in so many different ways. Okay? And all you can look at is, and try to talk about her being an objectified icon, try to defend that statement, which cannot be defended. Okay? Because Sarah Connor has become an objectified icon. This freaking picture shows it that way. But you don't see me condemning her, She was revolutionary. She was able to change how people perceived a woman in those times. And all of a sudden, fitness models were acceptable. Because before that, they were saying, a woman too toned, too muscular. She's unattractive. She's trying to be a man, buff, and then they changed it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a woman who's trying to be a man is a different story to a woman who's being a woman. And yet at the same time, she's very strong and so on. You know what I'm saying? And that's the next level. That's what Patty Jenkins did. She took it to another level. She said, I don't need to be a man to be a strong woman. I don't need to be having all of these personal issues with my children and I'm going insane to be a great, colorful character. Patty took it to a whole other level because she went the other extreme with that serial killer. She had that serial killer in her movie. And she went into the psychotic mind of a psychotic person. She did it. She did it all. So Patty took it to a whole other level, man. Whole other level. And she pulled off something that I don't think James Cameron ever did in any of his movies. Which is to do an opinionated film. Basically, she took a preachy film and she made it digestible so that people actually loved it. Everybody loved that freaking film. It was crazy. Because that don't happen every day. Okay, she's special director in that regard. That's why I said she should win Best Director for 2017. She's the best director that pulled it off. You know, crazy. She didn't expect the kind of success she got, but she pulled that shit off, man. I don't know how else to say it, man. She pulled it off. You know, so I just wanted to make this video for you guys because I haven't done a video in a while on Justice League and stuff. And yeah, James Cameron, man, he sometimes speak out his ass, man. Dude don't think before he talk. And a lot of other directors and people are trying to say he's correct in what he's saying, and he's not correct in anything he just said, because everything he says contradicts the very things he did in his career. He's contradicting himself continuously. So nothing he says has merit in my eyes. It's like a circus act. He's just clowning us. He's just joking around. He's trying to make his film somehow prominent by putting down a film he knows is superior. That's why he's talking it down. He feels insecure about his film because Wonder Woman's taking it to another level. So that's what you're seeing, insecurity, male insecurity at that. So he's technically trying to talk down this woman to big up his film. That's pretty much what you're seeing, because he feels threatened by it. But what I could tell him is his contribution to the Progress Forward is well received. Now all people are saying is shut your damn mouth and stop trying to put down something that's levels ahead of what you did. That's all I'm saying. And then for this jackass who's supposed to be a feminist, who's supposed to be looking out for women's interests, for this jackass to go and try and echo his sentiments and try to show, you know, how the appearance of Wonder Woman, you know, is still stereotypical, and she goes on to talk about a whole set of shit that have nothing to do with the freaking movie, man. Pisses me off so much. Her beauty and allure is central, and she's designed to be an object of desire, and she speaks several languages. You know, who gives a fuck about that? That's not what we're talking about in Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman covers such much bigger things than that. You know, and talks about how Cameron is right about the 80s and 90s when action heroines such as Sigourney Weaver and Linda Hamilton weren't necessarily noticed first for being attractive. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry about my cursing. First thing, Sigourney Weaver was in her drawers. Linda Hamilton was having buck naked sex with another guy. What the fuck are you guys talking about? They weren't necessarily noticed first for being attractive. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's the 80s and 90s, man. So just shut the hell up, okay? Just shut the hell up, okay? Just shut the hell up. They pimped those women, all right? But it was all good because that was the time, and it wasn't as politically correct as it is today. So it's not a big deal. When you went and watch what's that movie? Predator. Man, they straight up showed a frontal with a woman having sex on top of a man. I think what was it? What was it, Predator 2? It was Predator 2, I think, with Danny Glover. You know what I'm saying? That's what the times were. It was like that. Nowadays, it's not so much. They sanitize things and they clean up stuff a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Different times. And it's still a progressive movie for its time, but I'm just saying, there was exploitation, much more. And again, I'm not mad at it. It's like, what I'm trying to say is this. There are different aspects of people. So being a sexual being and being sexually portrayed is not necessarily a bad thing. My problem is this, all right? Because a lot of people are not going to understand what I'm saying. You cannot in one breath say that this character was played up for a sexuality, and in the other breath, you had characters that were played up for their sexuality. Not only that, but they were also impotent to a certain degree because they always needed a male figure to back them up and protect them. All right? And Wonder Woman's revolutionary. She didn't need no damn man to protect her. She was protecting men, actually. She was protecting Steve Trevor. She was protecting the troops. She was the go-to. Yeah, Steve sometimes would tell her, shield or whatever, and he would be like the guy trying to assist her in whatever she's doing. Sometimes he'd lead out in the front. Sometimes she'd lead out in the front. But my point is that at the end of the day, she didn't need no goddamn protection by no goddamn man. If you haven't paid attention, she a badass. A real badass. But They put some fiction in there, so she had, flowing hair, and they put fantasy in there, and her hair ain't getting smeared, nothing. You know what I'm saying? She not even getting cut. You know what I'm saying? She go through fire and all that shit, and she just come out like normal. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a god. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think about what the lore is. It's a lore, and it's also fit with reality. It's just what it is. She ain't gonna get cut just like that. She don't get cut. Wonder Woman don't get cut. Superman don't get cut. You ever notice that? Superman doesn't get cut unless he's with Kryptonite. There are, like Jor-El said, he would be a god to them. You know what I'm saying? This is a superhero. So when you're dealing with superheroes, there's stuff that's just the way it is. It's not realistic. You know what I mean? They grounded it so much that James Cameron actually talks about Wonder Woman as if she actually exists as a person. So Patty Jenkins succeeded in the fact that he has to criticize a superhero, a fictional character that would not exist in the world today. The fact that he's criticizing that, talking about how sexually attractive she is, a female icon, to me it's hilarious, really. Because comic book characters, you're not supposed to take them that seriously. You know what I'm saying? Patty Jenkins made it so real that he actually takes this fictional character seriously. And you can say Sarah Connor, she's a fictional character too. No, but she's grounded in reality. She's literally, Sarah Connor could exist in the world today. You know what I'm saying? She could be real. Wonder Woman can't be real in the world today. Alright, Superman cannot be real in the world today. They're not, but you can take them so seriously in Zack Snyder's work, of course. You can take them so seriously that you're actually talking about them as if they exist in the world today. See what I'm saying? So, Patty Jenkins not only succeeded in selling the idea of Wonder Woman and her values, even though James Cameron completely overlooks that, but she also sells the fact that James Cameron actually believes that this character could actually exist in the world today, and as a result of that, he's critiquing it, saying this is a bad role model for kids, because now they get this fake understanding of humanity and perfection in appearance. Whereas that's not the focus of the movie. The focus of the movie is actually on the character of Wonder Woman, which is why little children talk about characteristics of the film and not so much about the appearance of Wonder Woman. So I wanted to just highlight that. And I'm surprised James Cameron had no comments to make about Harley Quinn. You know what I mean? Nothing. Not one damn thing. You know what I mean? Suicide Squad came out last year. He ain't nothing to say about Harley Quinn. Why didn't he say something about Harley Quinn then? But because Hollywood praises the film Wonder Woman, he got something to say? Man, come on, Ninja. Take a slap for that. Shoot. I'm gone.